Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of November 21st. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. All of your likes, comments, and shares really do help my channel grow here on YouTube and are very much appreciated. And as always, all of the decks that I use on my channel are linked in the description below this video. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and let's make sure we're all set up here and in view. And we'll get right into it. All right, put this right here. Set up here. And all right. I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom. You have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords really says that potentially right now you are going through a transition in some area of your life, okay? The people here on the boat are really focused on turning their back or having their back turned toward turned away from rather the losses in their life. In other words, the Five of Swords comes before the Six of Swords, and the Five of Swords is a loss. And so they have their future here faced towards the victory, right? They are looking towards the future. They are facing the wins and the successes and the calmer timelines that are in front of them, right? And this is where they are sailing towards, or this is where they're sailing to. And so this card comes forward when maybe you go through, when, you know, you've probably all experienced this, right? We go through these periods of time where we're just in like a transitionary period. Having a hard time getting the words out right now, but we're going through this like transitionary period. And you know, this could mean that you're between jobs. This could mean that you're moving between houses. This could mean that you're moving between cities, or you're, you know, moving between something, right? But it's a transitionary period of time here where the ultimate goal is for you to make an improvement in your situation. And so I do think some of you could be, if I'm looking here, some of you could be between jobs, or some of you could be between jobs. You could also feel like you're kind of in this like transitionary period in your financial situation in some capacity. Like for some of you, you may be thinking about retirement, or you may be thinking about, okay, how can I get a down deposit or a down payment on a home? Like how can I get a down payment together on a home? Or, you know, like some of you are maybe in this, like, maybe you're selling a home and you're taking the proceeds of the sale and then moving it into another home, something like this, right? Like you understand, these are just examples, not financial advice. You understand what I'm saying? Like some of you are maybe in this transitionary period of time, I think, in the financial areas or in your career. Now, in the overall situation here, you do have this Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles says that there are good prospects available to you. And this is, I really like to see this here for you with the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords here on the bottom. So Page of Pentacles really might suggest that there's an offer or opportunity in the material realm available to you. There's a prospect available to you. Now, this could be a new job, although the Page of Wands is typically more about new jobs. But this could certainly be career related. By the way, this could also be connected to university or studying something. Yeah, for sure. As you have the Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant here next to each other, and so you know that's more of like an academic type of energy. And so some of you could be looking at that as well at this time, and you could be making a transition in that area. So let's unpack this some more. Now, in the past, you have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Moon. So the Four of Swords represents rest, recovery, and rejuvenation. Okay, you can see that this person here even has their hands in a prayer stance. They're kind of looking for restoration, okay? And, they are maybe even reaching up and doing maybe some sort of alternative energy therapy, such as like Reiki or Qigong or yoga or, myofascial release therapy or, something like this, maybe some sort of alternative treatment. I'm just thinking about that. I don't know if this is something that you are interested in, and you know what, you are a Virgo, so you might be interested in this. But the idea of this prayer stance here, I think is very interesting. I think some of you are maybe reaching up at this time. Now, this person here is also healing from heartbreak, as you see, potentially one of the potentials for this person is that they are healing from a heartbreaking situation, as you see the Three of Swords card above them. But it says that you have success in that area. You can successfully work through maybe something here that has been emotionally draining, or some type of like emotional burden that you've found yourself in. Now, you have this Nine of Wands with it. So in the past year, some of you have wanted to give up with this Nine of Wands. And that's kind of why I feel like some of you are like, okay, I just like universe, like give me a sign here, like universe, right? Or whatever you believe in, like give me a sign here. With this Four of Swords and this Nine of Wands, you're like, I'm ready to give up. I'm ready to, throw the cards on the table or whatever, fold the hand. But I think in the past you've recognized that this was not something that you should do, because with the moon represents something that is temporary, okay? It's a temporary feeling. It's something that comes in and out. It's feelings that fade in and out of your life when you get the moon. And the moon would suggest that there might be some deception at play here, but I actually feel like this is self-deception, to be totally real with you, because you felt like giving up. And I think that there's been a little bit of like trials, tribulations type of energy here for you. And ultimately, I don't think you have given up. I think that you have recognized that this is a situation where you needed to persevere. One of the things with the Nine of Wands is perseverance and continuing forward, knowing that you are one card away from the Ten of Wands. And so you're almost there. And some of you here have, I think, said, you know what, give me a sign, let me know what I need to do, guide me in the right direction. You know what I like to use? The phrase that I like to use is, I ask my spirit guides to lead me in the right direction. I ask my spirit guides to lead me in the right direction. That is one thing that I love to do. And it is interesting, the universe works in mysterious ways, I will say. In the current situation, you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you also have the Hermit card here. So, the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, you could say that these are people. First of all, they could be you, because you are an earth sign, and they could both be earth signs, right? So on one hand, I think that this marks your transition away from almost giving up here. I also think whatever is off with this moon card, I think that's moving out. But I also think that some of you are in a significant period of time where, actually, let me also say this. The one thing with the Six of Swords is the feeling of being guided. Okay, that it is the feeling of being guided. And I do get a sense that some of you are really in this mode here. Okay, you're in this mode of being guided here with the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords here. I think you're in this significant period of time of transition in, I think for some of you it's financial, and I think for some of you it's also career. And then there's probably a smaller portion of you that this might be academic as well. Like some of you might be graduating, some of you might be saying, okay, I'm going to pursue graduate studies. I'm going to go get my PhD finally, or I'm going to finish out my dissertation, or like some of you may be doing something like that here. You have your energy, by the way. So actually, I just recognized with the Hermit here and the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, this is all you. This is all Virgo. The Hermit card is the Virgo card. I actually just recognized that. The Hermit card is the Virgo card, okay? And I think that right now the focus is on you, and it's okay to do that sometimes, right? And you can recognize that there are times in life where you have to put yourself first, and it's not selfish, it's self-care, right? It's not selfish, it's self-care. And I think that some of you are doing this here. I also think that you're making moves financially. Both of these people could be people who show up in the financial realms. So this could be a loan officer, real estate agent, financial advisor. This could be like another type of advisor, like a graduate, like a graduate advisor, or your advisor in school. Something like this here could also be. That could also be the case here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, but this is all around a prospect or an opportunity or an offer. And what's interesting, because of this Page of Pentacles in the middle card here spills into the rest of the cards. What's interesting is you've almost given up. You've almost given up here, but the opportunity is coming for you. And the reason being is in the future, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune, opportunity knocks. Here it is. Wheel of Fortune, diagonal, the Page of Pentacles. Diagonals are directions that you are headed. And here, the opportunity knocks for you. Wheel of Fortune says, your conditions are favorable in life. You are potentially lucky right now. There might be a little bit of luck in life. There is a little bit of luck. Luck is not something that you can completely rely on, but it is an element. It is a factor in things. Many people get lucky. And there might be a little bit of luck at play here, but this is something that you totally deserve. This is something that you totally deserve. And what the Wheel of Fortune says, when the opportunity knocks, open the door. Open the door, walk through the door, and go for it, because you never know when the wheel is going to spin in your direction again. And so that is the biggest thing that I would recommend here for you. Based on this reading, if this reading is for you and you're resonating with this, you have this transitionary period here with the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that is the biggest thing that I would say. Don't miss out, because even the Four of Pentacles, this might be somebody who's hesitant. Okay, they have money, as you can see. They have two pentacles on their feet, they have a pentacle on their head and a pentacle in their hand, but they are so consumed by their money situation that they're hesitant. They're hesitant to, put one of these pentacles in a house, right, as a down payment on a house, or two of the pentacles, or whatever. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying, you understand what I'm saying. This person's hesitant to lose what they have. They're holding on to what they have, which is like a normal thing, right? But the idea here is that opportunity knocks for you. The Hierophant, this is tradition. The Hierophant can be about your work, the place that you work, the organization that you're a part of. It's more at the organizational level. It can be higher education. It could be marriage. But I'm thinking like institutions as well, like financial institutions. There's something like this here that's showing up. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at these Kipper cards. So we actually have 5 that we pulled. So let me do these in two goes here. So you have false person, thoughts, and child. False person, thoughts, and child. Okay. False person with the moon, that's a little bit of what I would describe as a sketchy energy here. And interestingly enough, you've been thinking about, it's possible that somebody's giving you advice and you're like, do I really need to go in this direction? What do I think? I think some of you are thinking, what do I think? And, again, in the middle column here, which is your current situation, we see you returning to self. This is like all about putting yourself first. Child, it is possible here that some of you are fulfilling a childhood dream. Like maybe you've always wanted to be Dr. Virgo. And you're going through with this. You also here have courthouse and family room. Some of you, now this is a smaller portion of you, are in a divorce dispute or some sort of divorce situation here with child, thoughts, family room, courthouse. Not everybody, but this has been going on. By the way, this is not coming in the future. So do not worry. If everything's good, then everything's good. But for those of you who are here, some of you have already been in a divorce situation because of the Four of Swords, annoyance in the Nine of Wands, or just needing to not give up with the Moon, deception, child, false person, courthouse, family room. Yeah. So some of you might also be needing to handle a situation like that, which is always challenging, of course. And this is also why the energy of perseverance for some of you is coming in. So let's go ahead and let's keep moving forward here. So you have the Ace of Swords. Wow, you have the Eight of Wands and the Sun. So, Virgo, you have definitely not given up here. You have definitely not given up. Breakthroughs abound for you here. The Ace of Swords and the Eight of Wands are the two major breakthrough cards, and you have them together. Clarifying the past. So I said the past here, there's something that is tapping on your shoulder saying, don't give up. Don't give up. You've wanted to give up. You've reached out to the universe. You've asked the universe for a sign, and the sign comes in. I mean, literally, this is wild because literally one of the meanings of the Ace of Swords is a divine insight or divine inspiration. It's more like a divine insight, like wow, this just all of a sudden came to me. Maybe it was in a dream. Maybe it was in some other form, but just like a divine insight here. And the Eight of Wands is like something coming in quickly from a distance. It is pushing forward, the clouds clearing in the background, and it can also be like accelerated motion type of deal, good news coming in. It's typically good news coming in from a distance. It's the end of delay, a very good card. Then you have the Sun, which for me is the best omen in the tarot. Interestingly enough, the Sun comes after the Moon. You have the Moon down here and the Sun. The Sun is clarifying the Moon. So whatever was cloudy with the Moon is being cleared and highlighted by the Sun. The Sun is like, nope, no more clouds. We're coming out. The sun's coming out. Things are looking good. And yeah, for you, that looks very, very, very nice here in the past. So you have the Tower. You have the Seven of Wands, and you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so plot twist. Plot twist. Yeah, if there was ever a plot twist, here it is. The Tower is like, we could say a plot twist. Like you don't see it coming, right? But as I'm somebody who likes to read in a positive way, I try to read the cards in the most positive way possible. The Tower is a blessing in disguise. And it does expose a false belief. It exposes something that we need to hear, that we need to know, and that way we can work on it, right? And that's actually a blessing here. Seven of Wands is competition, and the Five of Pentacles is potentially feeling like you are left out, or feeling like you're left out in the cold, or feeling that like you're unworthy, or something like this here. I'm going to say that this is a real push for you to drop any self-doubt, because remember, this middle column was all about you. This middle column was all about you. And as we had the two earth signs and the two Pentacles court cards and the Virgo card, which is the Hermit. So don't doubt yourself here, okay? Keep moving forward. You have the World, this completion's coming. You have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, and you have the Six of Swords. So, there's recently the readings have been showing a test for people, what I would like to describe as a test. It's not up only. We are given like trials and tribulations, or in other words, tests in life. And, I think that that's what's going on here in the middle, because the completion is on the way. With the world is something that is certain. There's certainty with the world. You can be certain that a cycle is closing out, that something's completing, that you are gaining a success or a victory, especially because you have the Six of Wands, which is also a victory. But right now, there's something that you are in your mind about here with the Eight of Swords. And I would say that there's, with this false person energy here and the Eight of Swords, there's somebody maybe clouding your judgment here. Knight of Wands, yeah, this is because you're ready to move into this transition. You're in this transitionary period, and someone's like, no, Virgo, don't do that. Or I don't know, you're being given a plot twist here, but the story will all work out for you. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.